What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another prediction show for the championship. UConn Huskies taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. Let's go right into the show, Phoenix.
First of all, before we get into that, how about that buzzer beater?
Lucky.
Lucky, you were the one celebrating, screaming out of your shoes. We'll put it in the video. We got a video.
No foul! Oh my gosh! Oh, shoot! What is he doing? Pass it!
Yeah,
You can't lie. That was not insane.
No, I know. I was celebrating. I was happy and stuff, but at the same time, you also got to be like, man, I was kind of lucky.
I mean, it wasn't lucky. They were down 14 and they came back.
His foot, I don't know if you guys saw, his foot was 2 inches from being out of bounds.
Why are you like an SDSU hater now?
No, I'm not hating on
The
them.
whole tournament, you've been like fans of them, screaming when they win, like super nervous and excited. And then all of a sudden we're in the national championship, and you're like, oh well, they got lucky. His foot was almost out.
I didn't say anything like that. I just said, let's be honest, they kind of got lucky. You're telling me
you need a lot of luck in sports, especially basketball.
So you're telling me that buzzer beater wasn't lucky?
It was a shot. He made the shot and it went in.
Yeah. Okay.
San Diego State was they were in that point for a reason. They were down 14 points. They came back. They started making stops on defense. Jaden Ledee took over in the paint.
He did.
On 3 different occasions, they were down 3 points, and he had 2 tough shots to bring it back to 1.
But FAU started missing shots.
They didn't just start missing shots, though, because it's not like when they were up 14, they just had 0 points the rest of the game. That's not true. San Diego State started making stops. They never panicked, and that's what they do. They were down to Alabama by 9 points. Never panicked in the second half. Down by 14 to FAU. Never panicked. They just get stops, and they just never hit the panic button.
Okay. But that's fine. It's championship. Today's a championship. We're gonna find out who the best is.
Okay, so who do you have then?
UConn. UConn. Why are you laughing?
Because you love SDSU, and then all of a sudden
I've never once said I loved SDSU. I was rooting for them to get to the championship because we live in San Diego. How could you not root for them? But this is a prediction show, and I'm giving you the option of who's gonna win, and I'm predicting UConn's gonna win this game.
Okay, why?
Okay, let's face facts. San Diego State's 3-point defense isn't really what we think it is. They've held each team to 17%. FAU shot 40%. So, and you're telling me that UConn likes to take a lot of shots. And their last game against Miami, they shot 49% from the field and dominated. So what I'm saying is I think UConn's going to win this game if they make 3-point shots. But I feel like you could say that about any team. But UConn shooting, it's unbelievable. And they've dominated every single opponent. But granted, when UConn's in a tough game, they have a tendency to lose. If you go back and look at their schedule, they've been very nail-biter games and ended up losing. So I think if San Diego State wants to win this game, they got to keep it close. Mm-hmm. But if UConn wants to win this game, it has to be dominant. Yeah. So that's UConn all the way, baby.
I mean, I will say people are like, "Oh, they've been so dominant. They beat Gonzaga. They've blown out Arkansas. They beat St. Mary's. Like they beat Miami." But let's not forget, 2 weeks ago they lost to Marquette in the semifinals of the Big East tournament. In the semifinals of their own conference tournament, they lost. Let's not forget they're a 4 seed for a reason. They have lost to St. John's. They have lost to Providence by 10. They have lost to Marquette. So let's not forget this UConn team was dominant all year. They were beating Tennessee. They were blowing out all these top 10 teams when they haven't been. Granted, they've hit their stride. They're playing unbelievable in this tournament. But let's not forget that they're not unbeatable. They are a very beatable team, and it's going to start on the defensive end for San Diego State. Jaden Ledee has got to be dominant in the paint on both sides of the ball. On defense.
Needs to be bully ball.
Yes, on defense, he has got to be a presence on Sanogo. Is that how you pronounce the name? Sanogo. On offense, he has got to be in the paint, getting to the free throw line, getting offensive rebounds. They have to be so dominant in the paint to win this game. Granted, yes, UConn is going to throw up 25 threes. Yes, they are probably going to make 30% of those. That's fine. San Diego State can live with that. Like you said, FAU shot 40%. That's fine. They can live with that.
And San Diego State still won.
Yes, but San Diego State has got to slow down the game. They cannot get in this run and gun in this transition because UConn will hit transition threes. That's what they do. And then all of a sudden you blink and they're up 13. That's what happened against Miami. They were tied. You blinked. They're up 15.
Just like that, too.
But I don't know. I said in the other prediction at FAU that if San Diego State gets down early, that they can come back, but I do not believe that they can against UConn. They have to keep it tight the entire game. But if they're probably within 8 to 10 points going into the last 10 minutes of the game, San Diego State's got a shot because that defense is going to wear on you. UConn is going to get tired. That defense is going to wear. Their shot blockers are going to be there. They're going to take away the three-point line. They'd love to fight over every single screen, so you're not going to have that many open threes. I think it's a good matchup for San Diego State. I think so many people are like, oh, it's not a good matchup. It's not a good matchup. But I think it is. Honestly, they match up pretty well. UConn can probably shoot the three better. But let's not forget San Diego State shot 50% from three against FAU, so they can shoot the rock too. Matt Bradley went off in the first 5 minutes, and then he came back in the second half and kept going. So they need Trammell to get going on the offensive end. They need to get Matt Bradley going on the offensive end and Jaden Ledede. And they will win this game. Honestly, I'm calling it. I think San Diego State's going to win, man. I think they have this belief. They're going in there with nothing to lose. They've never been to a national championship before. UConn's going for their 5th. They have nothing to lose. They're going to go in there. They're going to play hard. And, I mean, they're going to live and die by the defensive end.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You're taking UConn, though. What do you think the score is going to be?
UConn's been averaging, what, 80 almost? I look for it to be like, I think 83 to 76 UConn.
83-76?
The only thing, okay, going back to your Matt Bradley thing, though, I wish he continued to shoot in the first quarter against FAU like how he did at the beginning of the game because he can shoot the three, and I look for him to be like whenever UConn has a big lead to bring them back to life by shooting the three. And
he needs to get to the rack more, though. I feel like he started kind of settling for threes. That's why he went cold in the second half of the first quarter or the first half.
Yeah, but that's basketball. So
that is basketball. You could be so hot and then you could go cold, but he's got to establish on the offensive end. Trammell's got to have more of a presence today. And I don't know, San Diego State, I feel like they're gonna do it, man. I just have this like feeling that they can do it. Everyone's like, oh my God, lucky foul against Creighton. Oh my God, lucky shot against FAU. Well, so what? They're playing in the national championship.
I look for
62 other teams have been eliminated, but they are still there.
I look for Sanogo to have a big game for UConn, though, down below in the paint.
And if he does, then, I mean, yeah, that's a good chance that UConn's going to win.
Speaking of Sanogo, did you see him hit those 2-3 back-to-back three-pointers at the beginning of the game versus Miami?
His coach was definitely yelling him, like, never shoot a three ever again. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But he's not pulling any threes today, but.
I hope not.
All right. What'd you say, 73? What'd you say? 83-76. I got it 67-62. I think it's going to be a super low-scoring game.
You have SDSU.
SDSU.
So he
has
SDSU. I have UConn. And that will do it for the prediction show. Stay tuned for the recap show to find out what the burn moments are going to be in this game. That's going to shift the outcome of what happened.
Ooh, I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
I can't wait to watch.
Let us know in the comments who you got. San Diego State on top. Peace.